Hey everyone, and welcome to our buzzing world. Today, we're diving deep into the golden, sun-drenched lives of one of nature's most incredible architects, the honeybee. Have you ever wondered how these tiny creatures manage such a massive operation? It's a story of teamwork, communication, and a little bit of sweet, sweet magic. So, let's shrink down and get a bee's eye view of their fascinating society. First up, let's talk about how bees share information. Imagine you find the best new restaurant in town. How do you tell your friends? You send a text, right? Well, bees have their own version, and it's way cooler. It's called the waggle dance. When a forager bee discovers a fantastic patch of flowers bursting with nectar, she flies back to the hive, not to brag, but to share the exact location. She gets on the honeycomb and starts to perform a special figure-8 dance. The direction she moves in relation to the sun tells her sisters which way to fly. And the length of the waggle part of the dance, that straight run in the middle, tells them how far away the flowers are. A longer waggle means a longer flight. It's a perfect, living GPS. A complex language of movement that ensures the whole colony can benefit from a single bee's discovery. Isn't that amazing? It's a testament to their incredible intelligence and social structure. Now, once the foragers have gathered all that precious nectar using their long, straw-like tongues, the real alchemy begins back at the hive. The nectar they've collected is about 80% water, which is way too diluted to be stored for long. So, the bees get to work. Inside the hive, the forager bee passes the nectar to a house bee through a process called trophallaxis. Basically, mouth to mouth. The house bee then adds special enzymes from its own body to the nectar. These enzymes start breaking down the complex sugars into simpler ones, making it more digestible and protecting it from bacteria. The bees pass the nectar from one to another, each one adding more enzymes and reducing the water content. After this chain of teamwork, the partially converted nectar is placed into a honeycomb cell. But it's still not honey. The bees then fan the honeycomb with their wings, creating a steady airflow throughout the hive. This evaporation process is crucial. It slowly removes more water from the nectar. They fan and fan until the water content drops to around 18%. Once it reaches that perfect, thick consistency, the bees cap the cell with a fresh layer of beeswax. This airtight seal keeps the honey pure and preserved. Think of it as their own natural canning process. This stored honey is their food source, the energy that will power them through the cold winter months when flowers are scarce. From a simple flower nectar to a golden, energy-rich food source, it's all thanks to this incredible step-by-step process carried out by thousands of bees working in perfect harmony. The next time you drizzle a little honey on your toast or in your tea, take a moment to appreciate the journey it took to get there. It's not just a sweetener. It's the product of millions of flower visits, a precise dance, and the tireless work of an entire colony. It's a beautiful reminder of how interconnected and brilliant nature can be. Bees are not just essential for honey. They are vital pollinators for so many of the fruits and vegetables we eat every day. Protecting them means protecting our own food supply and the health of our planet. Thank you so much for joining me on this sweet adventure into the hive. I hope you have a new appreciation for these amazing little insects. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into the natural world. See you next time.